Over 66 million years ago, a large asteroid about 10 kilometers in diameter struck Earth. This asteroid is called the Chicxulub asteroid, but it's better known as the asteroid that made the dinosaurs, the deadliest reptiles to ever roam the Earth, go extinct. But here's the catch. Dinosaurs didn't go extinct moments after the asteroid made contact with Earth, not even hours, days, weeks, nor months later. In fact, dinosaurs died off about 33,000 years after the asteroids hit the Earth, and since then, Earth has never got back to normal. Well, at least not the dinosaur era's version of normal. Just for comparison, this asteroid was as big as Mount Everest, causing the biggest tsunami ever recorded. Let's see how that happened and what exactly happened after it struck our planet, how the dinosaurs died, and so on. The Chicxulub asteroid was heading towards the Earth at a speed of over 100,000 kilometers an hour. That's 66,000 miles an hour. It was so fast that it would travel from the Moon to Earth in less than 4 hours. The temperature of the asteroid was unimaginably hot, and it even heated up and compressed the air in front of it, making a difference in the Earth's atmosphere before it even hit the ground. The moment Chicxulub hit the ground was the moment Earth's course of life was altered forever. A massive crater, estimated to be 180 kilometers in diameter and 20 kilometers in depth, was left as a result of the impact, located on the coast of where Mexico is today. Aside from the crater, the impact also made tens of cenotes. A cenote is a natural pit or a sinkhole, resulting from the collapse of limestone bedrock that exposes groundwater. If you take a look at the map of cenotes in the area of impact, you'll notice an enormous number of them. But if you take a closer look, you'll notice an arc made out of cenotes. And if you complete that arc into a circle, you'll get a circle that perfectly covers the area of impact. That's what I call a good fun fact. If the crater was the only damage the asteroid made, dinosaurs would maybe still be alive. But this impact sent huge amounts of debris in the air. Keep in mind that this debris was in the form of rocks, and the rocks were as hot as the surface of the sun, falling from the air and hitting everything that was on the ground, causing fires thousands of kilometers away, while the shocking blast was killing everything in its way. This is everything that happened in only 15 minutes after the asteroid struck the Earth. From now on, things only got worse. As debris was falling from the sky, some of it reacted with the atmosphere and caused acid rain that lasted for decades, if not centuries. The winds generated by the impact exceeded the speeds of 1,000 kilometers an hour. That's a little over 600 miles an hour, making sure every bit of the Earth would taste acid rain, and still the craziest thing hasn't yet happened. The fires that were caused by this impact spread across South America, killing more and more life. If you were there when this happened, the chances of you seeing all of this was less than 0.01%. And in case you did survive everything so far, you might wish you died because the worst thing was about to happen. The impact of the asteroids hitting Earth was so powerful that it sent shockwaves through the planet. All that energy had to go somewhere, creating earthquakes combined with an expansion of water after filling the crater and spawning a mega tsunami. This tsunami was over 100 meters tall, and one simulation even showed the immediate waves from the impacts may have reached up to 1.5 kilometers high. But wait, I must also tell you about the earthquakes that spawned this mega tsunami. What's considered a strong earthquake? Usually, a strong earthquake has a magnitude of somewhere between 6 and 9. But believe it or not, the violence of this earthquake was felt everywhere on Earth within minutes. A magnitude 11 earthquake, maybe the most powerful quake that has ever shaken up the Earth, was building up energy that was about to be released into the water. Aside from being way larger than any ordinary tsunami, this tsunami was a whopping 30,000 times more powerful than any tsunami you can see today. As the 16-meter waves were traveling across the North Atlantic and the South Pacific, the coastline of what's today Mexico didn't stand a chance. The wave hit the coastline with such force that it reshaped the continent. But even after the Earth went through hell and then was showered by this huge mega tsunami, some of the dinosaurs managed to survive, even though it would have been better for them if they had died on the spot, because managing to survive in the upcoming years was tough. As the debris falling from the sky began to settle, it marked the beginning of a nuclear winter that wasn't caused by nuclear weapons, instead natural causes. Massive amounts of debris that remained in the sky in the form of clouds blocked the sunlight for months. Earth became a cold, dark place overnight, and dinosaurs that somehow survived weren't ready for this. The climate changed drastically due to the plunged temperatures and the greenhouse gases released by the fire. Because of this, plants weren't able to complete their photosynthesis cycles, and they all started to die out, disrupting the food chain since most of the dinosaurs eat plants. When you add the ongoing acid rain to all of this, you get real chaos. At this point, the ecosystem was damaged so much it would take hundreds of years to get to normal. Even oceans became too acidic for marine life, and most of the ocean species didn't have enough time to adapt to such a drastic change. But how come dinosaurs that survived didn't reproduce? Well, the current state Earth was in made the breeding season shorter and the conditions harsher. Even if they were reproducing at the rate they were reproducing before the impact, do you really think newborn dinos could survive in such harsh conditions? I don't think so. At this point, about 75% of Earth's life went extinct. Even our favourite dino, the T-Rex, didn't survive. And maybe it's better he didn't. Earth became an empty place, looking like it just went through World War III. Even 1,000 years after the impact, it seemed like the asteroid had struck Earth just last week. Earth was recovering, but it was still cold, the food chain was still messed up, but it seemed like life was about to knock on the door at any moment. The Alphodon was one of the first animals to sprint around the New World, a primitive mammal similar to an opossum. One of the first plants to reappear after the impact was ferns, but it took about 100,000 years for Earth to become a little more lively. Oceans were once again full of life, but still, that was not it. A lot of species were still missing. But about 10 million years later, the Earth finally got its biodiversity back. Obviously not the various species of dinosaurs, but various mammals. This age is better known as the Age of Mammals, and they, along with birds and plants, enjoyed the Earth. Well, they enjoyed it as long as they stuck to the ground, because in the oceans, a huge, creepy creature known as the Megalodon was roaming. Now, when I look back, I'm pretty happy Chicxulub had struck our Earth, and I'm thankful for the world we live in today. If you focus on the bright side of life on Earth, you'll see it's actually nice and full of natural beauty. The important thing that I hope you've learned today is that this event was far more complicated than a big meteor wiped out all of the dinosaurs. It was a series of events starting from the moment the asteroid made contact with ground zero to the last breath of the last dinosaur, and then Earth's repopulation. Don't forget to leave a like and click on the screen to watch another Bite Notes video. Bite into brilliance anytime, anywhere.